Hello, my amazing subscribers, and welcome, newcomers. I am Carnage, the creator, and welcome back to Survival Adventures in the wonderful world of Carnage. That is right, we are back again in the world of Carnage, ready to survive, ready to adventure, and ready to explore. So, in the last episode, we kind of did some terraforming over here, but the one thing we didn't do is we didn't make our pathway from this little circle area all the way up to the barn. So I think we should start on that today. However, there is a little bit of stuff that we need to do before we can do that, including dismantling our old wolf trap, because that's just not going to work out for us. We're going to have to do something a little bit different to get the wolves how we want them. So we need, I would say, at least 2 wolves to start out with. But we can deal with that later. I think we're going to end up building this elsewhere. I don't know. Maybe we should utilize what we already have here. Hold up. Let's go down here and just look for a second. Do we have 2 wolves or do we just have... Oh! Wait a second. We have 2 wolves. Okay, so this will work as long as this wolf right here can stay, which I don't know if it actually will. Let's see. Alright, I don't think I can connect a lead to it. So I'm thinking what I'm going to need to do... this one doesn't have a lead connected to it either. So I think what I should probably do, how about... and go ahead and make a hole in the ground right here. And I try to push this wolf into it if I can. I don't know if he's going to fit. Get in there. There you go, wolf. And then what I'll do is I'll put a piece of dirt over him for now. Oh, there's another one. Oh, my goodness. Hold up. We've got a trifecta here. We can actually try one more time. Let's try to get this wolf in here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to tame these wolves. But these are not going to be any regular wolves. These are going to be a part of the wolf pack. Now, the wolf pack, they're not going to be completely tame. They're not to be trusted. Get over here. Get in your hole, man. You're not in your hole. We're going to have to dig around him just to get him inside of his hole. So we're going to dig right here. We're going to dig around. And we're going to try to be very careful not to hurt him. I didn't want to hurt the little wolf. So we're going to... Wolf, I'm going to just dig under you. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to dig under you, and you're going to have to just stay wherever you stay. All right, let's put you down in there. We'll put some dirt here. I'll put some dirt here. Hopefully, these wolves will stay for now. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the top, and we're going to grab as many bones as we can find, and we're going to start taming these wolves. Now, I know I said we're going to work on that pathway, but we cannot miss this opportunity. We're not going to have this opportunity again, most likely. So I want to try to do this as fast as possible. I wish I had a potion of swiftness, but we haven't quite got there yet. We haven't made as many potions as we want, but eventually I do plan to have much more potions. So let's go ahead and jump right on up here. We're going to run as fast as possible all the way to the house. Bandit, I'm going to be grabbing some bones. I don't want you to run after him and eat them all. So we're going to close these doors on up, and then we're going to go right on over here, and we're going to look as fast as we possibly can, trying to get ourselves some bones. We've got 24. That should be enough for now. I don't see any more. Let's look in this chest right here. All right, here's 26. All right. And also, here's a bunch of stacks. So we'll just grab all of these really quick. I know I've got a ridiculous amount of bones. Probably way too many. But in this case, I'd rather have way too many than not enough. So let's go ahead and close these doors. And off we go. We're going to do this as quick as possible. Hopefully, these wolves did not despawn. If they're still here, then we're in business. We're going to be able to start the wolf pack. And this is going to be super awesome. I cannot wait to have the wolf pack. Now, we can move the wolf pack around wherever we want, but ultimately I'm thinking we're gonna keep it underground. So let's try to look over here, see if this wolf is still here. Wolf, are you still here? Yay, awesome. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and tame this wolf. We're gonna go ahead and break this glass right here. We're gonna tame this wolf. We'll break this dirt right here, and we'll tame this wolf. So we've got 3 of them. That's a great start. We really only needed 2, but we've got 3, and this is gonna be absolutely awesome for us. So it's not quite the wolf pack yet. We have 3 dogs, but we've got to make sure that everybody knows that these dogs are not as tame as your average dog. These are still wolves. They're just a little bit more friendly. It's kind of like if you go out into the wild and you see, like, I don't know, a bear or a wolf or something like that. 9 out of 10 times they're gonna try to bite your face off, but sometimes in very rare situations they'll actually be friendly with you as long as you're being friendly with them and not messing with them. So That's how we got to look at the wolf pack. The wolf pack is basically going to be a bunch of wild dogs that are kind of working towards being completely tame like Bandit over here. Bandit, he's a normal old dog. He can run around. He can do anything in the world that he wants, and he's not going to be bad. He's a very good dog. However, the wolf pack, they still got some fight in them. You don't want to mess with them. They still might try to bite your face off. So we're going to go on down here. We need something very, very, very particular. We need some ink sacs. Now, I don't know if I have any, but we're going to look around and see if we do. We cannot have a wolf pack without the ink sac. So let's go ahead and look around here. I think at this point I could go ahead and put some bones up as well. I don't need as many bones as what I had. But let's see if we can find ourselves some ink sacs. I know we have to have some somewhere, right? We've got to have some of them because we need to be able to dye our dog collars. Now, I don't see any ink sacs. Maybe I did have some, but I'm not actually... Maybe I overlooked them. Sometimes I overlook stuff. I'm looking one more time. I don't think I saw any. I don't think I see any ink sacs here. So I'm thinking we might just maybe have to go get some more. We might have used them to dye some black wool at some point. So let's go. You know what? Actually, we might have some. Ah, there we go. We've got one ink sac. So we have at least one. We need at least 2 more. So let's go right on outside. And before we get that pathway done, we're going to get this done because I think this is very, very important. So let's go ahead and we also have to have another way to get there. I don't even know how we're going to get there. Maybe we should move the wolf pack under the barn. That seems like a good idea. Maybe that'll be a cool project. We'll do something like that. So for now, how about we'll just leave... How about this? We'll take this ladder right here. We'll move it to this side. And then what we'll do, we'll go ahead and go on up here. And we'll get rid of what we have here. We have a sheep and some fences and stuff like that. We'll go ahead and get rid of all of this right here. And we will patch in all the dirt except for this one little spot. So let's go ahead. Let's test this out. Let's see if it works. I think it will. We'll go ahead and put all of this dirt here just like so. And we'll dig up all of these fence posts. And I'm thinking what we'll have here is plenty of space to make our pathway. Our pathway is going to connect from there. It's going to come up here. And it's going to kind of curve a bit and connect up to our barn. And basically, we can have this hole here for now. We can go down there and tend to our wolf pack. So let's go ahead and patch this on in. And as this is turning to grass, hold on, let's make sure we can actually get down here. I'm pretty sure we can. Oh, my goodness. Okay, we might not have thought this through right. We need to dig this a little bit differently down. So we need to grab this top ladder is what we need to do. And then we need to make this whole perimeter 1 block lower, I think. I think that's what we should do. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and dig all of this. This is what I was talking about. We're going to make the perimeter 1 block lower. And this is going to allow us to have a little spot that we can stand on. So we're going to lower this down right here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to use that ladder that dropped down. And we're going to place it right here. So now we have ourselves a way down. And we can go ahead and patch this on up like that. So now we literally just have this 1 block right here. And that'll let us go down into our little wolf thing. So one more thing we definitely don't need. We don't need all this water here. But you know what? At the same time, it does keep us from falling. So, I don't know. You know, let's go ahead and let's put some lights in here. I don't want it to be too dark because I don't want mob spawning. So let's go ahead, put some torches in here. Maybe what I should do is fill this completely with water. How about this? How about what I do? I have a complete inventory side. I need to go grab some stuff. I could put a sign right here, and I could put one more scoop of water in here, and I think that would make it into a little fall damage prevention kind of thing. I don't know. Maybe that would work. Or what I could do, nah, I don't know. That would be too much. I was thinking what I could do is I could just make it to where there's only a 1 wide tunnel that goes down, but I don't know. We'll deal with all this later. We don't really have to worry about this right this very second. I do want to clear out my inventory and start working on getting the wolf pack together. So we are going to need to grab ourselves at least 2 more pieces of, 2 more pieces of ink sac. We need 2 ink sacs. And I think we will be able to get that as long as we keep an eye out over by the water. So we're going to go ahead and go on up top right here. We're going to clear our inventory out, and we're going to get to work on trying to find ourselves some awesomely cool squids so that we can borrow some ink sacs and use them for whatever we want. So let's go ahead and go downstairs. We're going to put up a bunch of stuff we don't need, and then we're going to get back to work here. So let's put up... I would say, oh, and also this thing is completely almost full. So let's put this in here. Put our andesite up, our diorite up, our gravel up. We are literally running completely out of space. All these are literally like jam-packed at this point. Let's put up our gunpowder that we don't need right this second. Put up this redstone we don't need right this second. We can go ahead and go to our wool chest and put that stuff up. And then we can put the mutton in one of the things to cook. So let's put up our spider eye. Actually, we could bring the spider eye up to the top with us. And you know what? Let's also go ahead and put up this egg right here. And I think that's really all I want to do at this point in time. We should have probably also put those pumpkin seeds up in the farm upstairs. So let's go deal with that. But I think right now we need to go ahead and put this stuff into the potion things and then take a snooze because I don't want to fight off any type of creepers or anything like that right now. So let's go ahead and go upstairs into the bedroom of Carnage where everything is awesome and cool. We got our little laptop thing set up over here doing some gaming. We got our TV set up over here. And most importantly, we got our sleep station, aka the bed, aka the best place in the entire world because this is where you can have amazing, amazing dreams. Also, I think I should also definitely eat some delicious and nutritious steakums. Oh yeah, that's the best steak that has ever staked. So we're gonna go ahead, go right on over here. I wanted to put those pumpkin seeds up, so we're gonna do that. I see all kinds of friendly mobs over here, but I know there's also some bad ones. I see you over there, zombie. You're being extra bad, I can tell. So we're gonna go ahead and go right here. We're gonna put up our pumpkin seeds, which I probably should make a chest over here, or did I? Did I make a chest over here somewhere? I didn't think I did. So let's, oh, we should have put this granite up too. Why do I got random granite in my inventory? Whatever. All right, so let's go to the water. We need to find ourselves some ink sacks so we can do the thingamabob over there. And then we also want to get that pathway done this episode. Man, we got so much stuff to do. Let's try to at least get those ink sacks right now. I think that's more important than the pathway. We can put the pathway off if we needed to. The pathway can get done at any point in time, but I think the wolf pack needs to be firmly established before this episode is over. So let's look very carefully for a squid. We've got to look through all the water. It's been a while since we explored. Matter of fact, I know what I should do. I should bring my good buddy Chief along. He's over there in the barn. He's so far away, but he's going to be absolutely excellent for this because Chief has a very keen eye for all the weird things that we've been looking for. He's very good at helping me find stuff. So we're going to go right on over here all the way to the edge right here. There we go. So where our pathway's going to be. Our pathway's going to go right on up here. It's going to curve a little bit. It's going to look pretty awesome. Let's go ahead and open and close that. And then we're going to grab Chief. Chief, you're looking fly, but I'm thinking you need to get on an adventure. You need to stretch your legs. So let's go, buddy. We're going to go on our way. And man, I just see all these chickens. Hold up. While we're over here, we might as well. Oh, we don't have any seeds, do we? What is this shenanigans? All right, Chief. We got to go get some seeds. Then, uh-oh. Chief, can you even fit through there? Oh, I got to open both gates, don't I? Hold up. Let's open both gates. Chief is a big horse, so we're going to go right on over here. We're going to grab ourselves some seeds. We're going to breed these chickens, and then we're going to go on our adventure. Hold up, Chief. Our adventure is going on a little timeout, so we're going to go right back over here. I don't want to get behind on breeding these chickens, because this is where we're going to get all of our feathers for our arrows. So let's go ahead, go right on over here. We're going to breed these two chickens together, and if one more chicken will come over here, we can go ahead and breed these two. There we go. All right, Chief. Now we can go on our adventure. Let's close this on up. There still is a bunch of wild wolves out and about, so we don't want to, definitely don't want to leave that open. So let's go ahead and go right on over here. I see a big giant thing of water over here, and I don't know if we've ever killed a squid from over here, but I think they should be over here somewhere, right? I think they should spawn in an area like this. I don't know for certain, but if we stay near, hold up. Do I see one? Oh yeah, Chief, you stand right here, buddy. We're gonna go right on over here. We gotta get our sword out. Ah, yeah, that's what we're looking for. The amazing, awesomely cool squids. And hopefully he'll drop more than one ink sack. Let's see if he'll give us all the ink sacks we need. Give me the ink sack, squid. Did you drop more than one? Oh, yeah, look at that. We got everything we need. That is plenty. Oh, and there's one more. So we could actually get a little bit more on our way. Chief, you need to hang around over here, buddy. I know our adventure was short, but we definitely are in a rush because I want to get that pathway done too. Oh yeah, look at that. We got 7. That is everything we needed. All right, Chief, we are good to go. Let's get on out of here. Let's go right back on over to the House of Carnage. Man, I'm excited about this. Or to the Barn of Carnage. We don't need to go to the House of Carnage. Oh gosh, Chief, what have you done? You done ran me into a tree, buddy. We're gonna go right on over here. Oh, yeah, we're zigging and we're zagging. Chief, you are the best navigator of all time. So let's go ahead and go right on back up to the top. Also, this reminds me, we need to terraform that land right there. That's not looking good. All right, so let's go ahead and go right on up top right here. We do have to open both of these gates once more. There we go. We'll go ahead and put Chief on inside of his thingy. Let him sit next to his favorite stack of hay. We're going to close this on up. And away we go. Closing these up. We're good to go. All right, so now it's time to establish the wolf pack. This is so important because once we have a huge wolf pack, we're actually going to be able to, actually, I think should I just lower this whole floor? Maybe I should, right? Yeah, let's just go ahead and lower this whole floor just for now. Just cause, whatever. We already have went this far. Let's might as well just dig out a big patch right here. But once we have this wolf pack together, and we breed as many dogs as you can possibly have, then we won't have to worry about dogs spawning in the surface anymore, and I think that's going to be awesome. So, what I want to do is I want to dye all of the collars of all the wolves in the wolf pack black, so that we know for a fact that they're all a part of the wolf pack. So the wolf pack, for now and forever, is all definitely going to be black collar. So let's go ahead and let's see. Can we give them some steak? Is that going to put them in love mode? All right, let's make them stand up, and let's see if the puppies are going to have a black collar. That would be absolutely perfect. Are you going to have a black collar? I can't tell. We might just have to let him. Nope, it looks like he has a red collar. All right, so let's go ahead and sit him down, and let's dye his collar black. There we go. So we've got our wolf pack established. We've got a total of 3 wolves. Eventually, I want to get to the point where we have all of the wolves in our entire world down here. So basically just out of the way so that no more wolves will spawn. That'll be super awesome. So I would say let's at least start on this pathway. Maybe we can finish it right now. I want to see if, I don't know, this might be hard because I might be having to mess around with it for a while. But I might get it right the first time. It just depends. I don't want it to look too straight. I want this path to look kind of like natural. I want it to look kind of curvy and cool. So I think that's going to be very easy to do for the first part of it right here. But once we get here, this is like a straight line before it curves. So we're going to have to do something to make it look a little bit better. So I think the very first thing we want to do is kind of get right here in the center and just start making our pathway. And I want to, again, kind of curve it a bit. I don't want it to be too straight or anything. And I want it to kind of zig back and forth. We're going to zig and we're going to zag. So we're going to go up here like this, go up like that. We're just kind of make it look however right now. We can kind of, I don't know, change it a little bit as we go. So let's put this right here. Put this right here, kind of just expand it a little bit like that. I don't know, this might not look right the first time, or it might look perfect the first time. We're just gonna have to see. So let's put this right here, that right there, that right there. All right, here we go. So we're gonna connect it on up right here. Just kind of just do a rough outline for now, and then we'll see where it goes from here. So let's go with some blocks missing there and there. Kind of make it like that. See, it's all zig. Look at that. That might actually be a lot better than I thought it was going to be. Let's look at this. Is this going to look right? Maybe we should expand this a little bit more. Definitely. Let's do that right there. Maybe do a block right there. Maybe expand it a little bit because this is kind of not so narrow. But at the same time, does it really need to be? I don't know. I don't know, maybe I messed up. Maybe I shouldn't have done what I just did with that last row. Maybe I should have left it too wide. But let's go upstairs and let's look. We might have got it right the first time, or we might need to modify it ever so slightly to get it right. But I think it might look good. So let's eat ourselves some steak really quick. We got to prepare for this moment. Is our pathway going to look amazing? Let's go ahead and look at that. And, oh, it doesn't look too bad. I think that block right there needs to stay grass, though. I think at the very least that block needs to stay grass. And maybe that block as well. So let's go change those two. Let those grow back to grass. And we'll take a look at it again in the next episode. It looks like we have just enough shovel left to break a few blocks. So it looks like we kind of got the perfect amount here. So let's get rid of this block right here. And then we're also going to get rid of this block right here. And then we're going to go ahead and put ourselves some dirt right here. And some dirt right here. Let that go ahead and turn back into grass. Also, we most definitely need to get rid of this, and turn that into dirt. And we also need to get rid of this, and turn that into dirt. There we go. And then we need to get rid of the last little bit here. We got 1 down there. We've got 3 here, and then 2 there. So let's go ahead and get rid of all these all at once. So we're going to get 1, 2, 3. Uh-oh. 3. Then we're going to get these right here. We got 1, 2, and then the last one right here. All right, so now that we've got that done, we can go ahead and put our dirt on the inside like so. And we should be looking good. It should look very, very natural. And I think that is going to be good enough for now. I think we can look at it again in the next episode, see if it needs any changing, but I'm pretty sure this is going to work for us. I think this is going to look right and look very smooth and stuff, especially once we get all the tall grass in. That's going to be super cool. So with that said, let's go ahead and go back on over to the Wall of Carnage and see who has been added today. And, of course, this is my favorite part of the series because this is where I get to add one of you guys each and every episode to my world. So, joining us today on the Wall of Carnage is Lisa Morris. So, congratulations, Lisa, on getting added to the Wall of Carnage. Now, remember, guys, if you want to get added to the Wall of Carnage, all you got to do is leave some comments down in the comment section below, and I'll be choosing one lucky person each and every episode to add to the Wall of Carnage. Now, with that said, if you guys did enjoy this video, be sure to go ahead and leave that all-important like on it. And if you are one of the first 200 people to like this video, let me know down in the comment section below. But I've been Carnage, the creator. Catch you guys in the next video, and I'm out.
Carnage the creator, yeah. You're watching Carnage the creator, yeah. You're watching Carnage the creator, yeah. You're watching Carnage the creator, yeah.